Our low lunge, single arm Arnold. Yes, that is a mouthful. It is a great total body exercise. We are working the legs, all those muscles in the legs by holding that low lunge. We're also working those stabilizer muscles in our torso and our upper back by keeping nice and upright throughout it. We're also working our core because we are doing a single arm exercise and it's going to want to pull us over to one side. And we are also working our shoulders and a little bit of the triceps for that overhead portion. So you're going to want to get into a low lunge. Let's focus on that first. So make sure you have the proper foot positioning, and what that looks like is at the bottom of that lunge, we have approximately a 90-degree bend between that front leg and at that back leg. So this is approximately what we want to look like. We don't want to be like this. We don't want to be way out here. We want that ankle to kind of be right below that knee. So this is our low lunge here. We're not going to simply rest on the floor here though. We want to try to elevate that back knee just a couple inches off of the floor and hold. This by itself may be challenging for you for the legs. So focus on building up your strength here. Don't go super heavy on the overhead press then, and instead just focus on holding here as you go through the motion with that upper body and that light weight. So start off lighter, especially if you're struggling with that balance and stability in the legs. We're then going to add in that overhead portion. So we're going to grab a dumbbell. Whatever leg is forward here, we're going to use that same arm for that Arnold press. So remember that Arnold press, typically we use both hands, is to where our palm is facing us at the bottom. We are rotating to where our palm is facing away from us as we press up overhead. We're going to be doing that motion with that one arm. The other arm is simply going to be out at our side for balance. So get into that low lunge, hold it, press up slightly off the floor, other arm out for balance, palm facing me here, and I'm going into that rotation press as I am holding that knee just slightly off of the floor. So like I said, start off light. Most common mistake made on this exercise, number one, not getting into a good foot position like I showed you. So really focus on getting down to the bottom first, finding your spacing, and then lifting that back knee off of the floor. Other most common mistake made is not keeping our core nice and tight throughout that movement. The tighter the core is, the more stable you're going to be. So make sure you squeeze your abs and focus on keeping nice and rigid with that core so that you're able to stabilize better for that press. Last thing to remember, we're not leaning back as we press up overhead. Anytime we do an overhead motion, it's going to be tempting to lean back to engage our stronger muscles in our upper chest. So keep upright, keep the abs nice and tight as you go through that rotation press. Start light. You can even start just body weight and just go through the movement without any weight, and then slowly start to progress up to a more challenging weight for the shoulders as you go.